Basketball players got to get back to a baseball game, so we're going to do this real. You're not up to bat this inning, are you, Joe? Okay, cool. So I could talk for like a half hour and it'll be okay? Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. It's 6:30 p.m. on Monday, April 14th, 2025. I'd like to call to order the Village of Brookfield Board meeting. Would everyone please join me in a pledge of allegiance to the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Bridget, can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Ketchmark?
Here.
Trustee Cote?
Here.
Trustee Hendricks?
Here.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Here.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Here.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Here.
And President Garvey.
Here. Thank you. Tonight we have some very special guests that we would like to recognize. We have the 5th grade Illinois feeder state champs from the Junior Bulldogs basketball program. For those of you that are not familiar, which I don't think is too many, the Junior Bulldogs feeder program is a program that was started out of by Coach Reingruber at RB High School for the basketball program. 2002, has it been that long? 2002. The program started with one team, I think, and maybe 15 players. And how many teams do you have now, Coach?
It was 2 teams, 18 players, 7th and 8th grade. Back then, we had 15 teams and 150.
Is doing very well, and it reflects on the quality of the high school basketball because these players become the future RB varsity basketball team. I had 2 kids go through it. Nicole had two kids go through it. It's a tremendous program, and you'll see the kids all over town. You'll see them practicing. You'll see them wearing their Junior Bulldogs swag around town, and it takes a lot of time and dedication. There's a lot of practices. There's a lot of games, and it practically goes year-round with some of the stuff, but they're very dedicated young athletes. And there's been many great teams in the Junior Bulldogs program, but there's one that won a state championship. This team from the 5th grade won what's called the Illinois Feeder State Championship down in Champaign last month. And we always here at the Village Board meeting, we always like to recognize when we have state champs in town. And most of the boys are from Brookfield. There's a few from outside of Brookfield, but we still want to honor them just the same. It's a tremendous accomplishment to win a state championship. A lot of work was put into it, I know, and I heard the story that some of you guys last year on the 4th grade teams you were on different 4th grade teams, but had some struggles last year and didn't win a lot of games, and that you really came together and came back and won to win a state championship is tremendous. So we wanted to recognize you here publicly tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down. We have some certificates with your names on them. I'm going to ask you to each come up individually, and I'll give you a certificate. And I'd like you to stay up here and face the audience, and then I'm going to have your coach come up, and then we'll take a picture. And family members are free to come up as close as you want and take pictures, and I'll make them stand as long as you want to take pictures and get as much as you want, and then we'll get a group shot. So, but congratulations to the 5th grade Illinois feeder state champions, the Bulldogs of Riverside Brookfield High School.
Yep, I'm ready.
And I know a few of the players couldn't make it due to other obligations tonight. They're probably out signing autographs and things. But yes, Nicole, Trustee Gilhooley will read one of the certificates just to see, and each player will have one.
Okay. Ryan Nesler.
He's the official photographer. He does everything. This is who got pictures. Hey, you're all free to come up and take pictures.
Okay.
Got him?
Okay.
Okay.
Henry Zib.
Trustees if you want. Just so you know, these certificates say this certificate is presented to Henry Zib. The certificate is awarded to Henry Zib in recognition for their hard work and dedication in winning the 5th grade Illinois Feeder State Championship. It's got my signature, the village clerk's signature, and this nice shiny seal of the Village of Brookfield. So, congratulations.
Okay, Tyler Reingruber.
He likes to take ceremonies.
Okay. Xander Plungis.
This is hustle. This is hustle. That's why you guys won state champion.
I'm taking a movie, so you're.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Joey Pilch.
Smell like you can catch it.
You did.
What's the score of the game over there?
Okay, Lachlan McQueeney. Okay, Alex Plungis. Oh, no.
Yeah, I think that's the, is this, Coach, congratulations. And I think there's a couple of other, Sebastian Torres.
Sebastian Torres.
Couldn't be here tonight.
Rocco DeNapoli and Cardi DeNapoli.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
I get, you guys have done this before, come on.
Here, right here, guys. Papa's gonna take a picture.
Yeah,
right
I'd
here.
like to take a picture.
Yeah.
Can take a picture of Kate.
Stand the crown and stuff.
Xander, put the certificate down.
Put it right here.
It's like we're finally getting some height, it was just me being short.
Your face.
Oh my God, great picture.
Stay, guys, stay. There's more. Mr. Reingruber, if you want to move over, everyone stay until you're done, please.
22? July 23rd. Or 23rd.
So much I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye, guys. All right,
Great job.
congratulations, gentlemen.
Amazing. Hard to believe our kids were that little one.
Thanks, Nicole.
No, but, yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on now to the next item. Do I need a motion for the reappointment to the pension board? Okay. At this point, I would entertain a motion to reappoint Chuck Romeo to the Brookfield Fire Pension Board for a term expiring April 14th, 2028.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by trustee Kaluzny, second by trustee Ketchmark. Chuck has served on the pension board, unanimous request to reappoint him. We thank him for his service. I don't think he could be here tonight, I don't see him, but we'll make sure he gets sworn, and they have a meeting coming up. So, any other questions or comments on the appointment?
No.
Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for serving, Chuck, and we appreciate it, and we'll get you sworn in soon. Okay, the next is our annual Arbor Day Proclamation. We're very proud of our heritage as a Tree City USA and our tree planting program and our tree care program. So every year we do a proclamation honoring Arbor Day. And I'm trying to think how many of these I've read and how many of these Trustee Ketchmark could probably read this from heart. I think it's the same wording every year, but I'm going to go ahead and read it. So, Proclamation of Arbor Day. Whereas trees in our community increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community, and whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal, and whereas the planting of trees supports our community's well-being and helps sustain present and future generations, and whereas the Village of Brookfield has been recognized as a Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation and desires to continue its tree planting tradition. Now, therefore, it be proclaimed by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Brookfield that April 25th, 2025 is Arbor Day in the Village of Brookfield, and urging all citizens to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands and to support our village's urban forestry program. Very honored to sign it, and Bridget added her signature to it, so we'll make the official proclamation a part of the village record. Thank you. That ends the items under appointments and presentations. I will now open the meeting up to public comment. Trent, do you have any public comment? No.
Maybe one day.
Anybody on this side have any public comment?
Are you talking about that out there?
No, not specifically. This is the public comment portion of the village board meeting, so general public comment. You walked in just as I did the side, but would you like to make any public comment or any?
I just think you were talking about that.
Are you talking about the board,
The
with,
construction project, is that tonight, the proposed construction project?
over on the Triangle property, the ones you see? No, there was a plan commission meeting on that Thursday night.
Okay.
That will come in front of the village board. We don't know if we're going,
2 weeks?
the 28th. The 28th of April, we'll be talking about that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Anyone else on this side have any public comment? Okay, hearing no further public comment, we'll move on to reports of special committees, please. Trustee Cote?
I would like to make a motion to approve corporate warrant dated April 14th, 2025, in the amount of $3,005,040.59.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Cote, second by Trustee Kaluzny. Trustee Cote, any highlights or anything?
Yes, it's a little bit raised, first of all, because it is a 3-week warrant as opposed to our normal 2-week warrants. But I did want to bring attention to the largest portion of it was the $872,000 for the property purchase at 9509 Burlington Congress Park train station area.
Thank you, Trustee Cote. Do any board members have any questions or comments related to the warrant? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
In Garza, Department of Public Works, associated with the Arbor Day Proclamation, our GIS interface has been updated with the village tree inventory, which is a huge accomplishment. Thank you for that. And our forestry department has been very busy working on the 50/50 spring tree program, reaching out to residents. There were 60 proposed spots, and so far they have about 30 that have been sold and ready to be, or that will be planted soon. Regards to the streets division, they've been very busy with the street cleaning, so please make sure that you are on top of the parking restrictions on your street in regards to the street cleaning. And our utilities have been very busy. They've been cleaning out the catch basins and taking care of that so that our rain runoff works out well for us with all the spring rains coming. And as always, if you see an issue in town, and the best method for passing any of this information along is via the See-Click Fix program. That is the best method for you to get any trouble ticket into DPW. In regards to the library has multiple spring events coming up, so please visit their website and see what all they have planned coming. Their next meeting is on the 23rd, Wednesday. And then we have 2 food pantries in town. Share Love, Share Food Food Pantry is open tomorrow, open every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. If you are looking to assist and help something greater than, a cause greater than yourself, please look there for some volunteer opportunities. Regards to our veterans, the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County offers help to veterans who need help making rent, mortgage, electricity, and gas bills. They are open from 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. You can contact them, go to Cook County website, choose Veterans Affairs, and you can get the details from there. You can also go to the village website, Brookfield website, and check under Community, and then Community Support Services, Support Resources, and you'll find a link there to that same website. And if you do not have a computer, you can go to the Brookfield Public Library, and they will loan you a computer or even a Wi-Fi spot that you can take with you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Cote. Trustee Gilhooley, Chamber of Commerce?
Yes, just a brief report tonight. The chamber met today, and Dee and Libby gave an update on the SHOPS program. I'll let Trustee Ketchmark go into more detail on that with the economic development report. But they did present that to the chamber. And the chamber also has a special business lunch coming up this week, Thursday, April 17th. It's at noon at Irish Times. This is the April business lunch. They are welcoming a speaker, Nicole Matlock, who's founder and owner of Strategic HR Development, a full-service HR consulting firm dedicated to helping small to mid-sized businesses build strong, people-focused workplaces. She is going to talk about compliance made easy, so to help small businesses out. This is The Chamber of Commerce Business Lunch is open to both current and prospective members. You do need to RSVP to attend, and you can do that through the Chamber website, brookfieldchamber.net. And then that's my report.
Trustee Gilhooley, if
Yeah.
you did have any details on that, I was not able to make the last SHOPS meeting.
I was not there today either, but they gave the presentation.
Okay.
Yep.
We can.
We'll get an update
Libby
on
will
that.
give an update.
Maybe
There's
during the manager's
she
report.
told me what the schedule's like this
Yeah.
week. Let's say they're going to be out laying floors, staff's going to be out laying floors Wednesday afternoon, and a lot of work.
You're free, right?
Thank you, Trustee Gilhooley. Trustee Hendricks, Planning and Zoning?
The Planning and Zoning Commission did meet, special meeting this past Thursday, and I'm not going to be able to remember the address for the property, but it's the Triangle property. Everybody knows it as the Triangle property. They saw the case for the plan development for that property, and it's pretty exciting. It should be coming before us, as we said, April 28th. It was passed unanimously by the Plan Commission, so we get a chance to look at it now. That's my whole report.
Thank you, Trustee Hendricks, and thank you to the Planning and Zoning Commission for accommodating a special meeting. The developer's attorney schedule and other things required a special meeting, and they accommodated us with their schedule, so we appreciate that, going above and beyond all the things they already do. So, Trustee Ketchmark, Administration, Economic Development?
The Economic Development Commission meets this Wednesday at 8:30. I will report back after that.
Thank you. Trustee Narimatsu, Parks and Recreation?
Yes, thank you. The Parks and Rec Commission meets tomorrow, but just wanted to highlight a few things. I know that there is a growing pickleball community here in this area, and so I just wanted to highlight some pickleball classes and leagues that the Parks and Rec Department is putting on this summer. You can check the Parks and Rec website to find a class, and they're including youth and teen classes. So if you have teens who are interested, please look out for that. I also wanted to highlight the fact that our summer camp programming is almost sold out. And that's even while we have had increased enrollment this summer and increasing the amount of weeks we are holding camp, or they are holding camp. So this really helps demonstrate the growing need for Parks and Rec programming in Brookfield. And I also wanted to note that the final board presentation for the community center feasibility study will be in May, I think the first meeting in May. And finally, just really quickly, there was a bunny brunch bonanza last weekend with over 150 registered. So I just wanted to quickly thank our department and village volunteers for a successful event. And that ends my report.
Thank you. Trustee Kaluzny, Conservation and Beautification?
Yes, the Conservation Commission has an upcoming education program at the library on Earth Day, April 22nd. They're going to be talking about some different aspects of the sustainability plan and how residents can engage in volunteer opportunities to help move those pieces along. They also will be here along with staff to do an update to the board. At the April 28th meeting, we passed the sustainability plan for Brookfield 1 year ago this meeting, I think. And so they'll come back along with staff to show some of the progress on the plan over the past year at our next meeting. Their next commission meeting will be a week later than normal. It's on April 29th. To accommodate their Earth Day presentation at the library. So Tuesday, April 29th at 6 p.m. at Village Hall. The Beautification Commission on April 4th presented their annual Brookie Awards to businesses that are beautifying the business districts and investing in their business and attracting hopefully more businesses to the area. We had some great social media posts, so thank you to Noah for his sweet videography and photos. Those awardees were Brookfield Oral Surgery, Brookfield Barber, and Irish Times this year. So congratulations to them. And otherwise, the commission is working really hard on all of the different spots that you can help out with Project Nice. On May 17th, there's a number of different projects happening around town, including some fun plantings around the shops. There'll be a sign-up genius that's coming out. You can pick your spot that you want to help in advance, or you can show up the day of, and we can help you find a spot that you can assist with as well. Their next meeting is May 6th at 6:30 PM here at Village Hall. And that ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Kaluzny. The Solid Waste Agency and WCMC have not met since our last meeting. In terms of the Brookfield Zoo, they did have a large event Saturday and Sunday. It was some spring festival where they had some craft fest and some live music, some concerts, and the communication, the pre-communication and working with staff really helped out. We did some social media posts ahead of time warning people that with the combination of the nice weather, and there was some events at RB, that impacts the South Gate. I think we were able to avoid a lot of the major traffic impacts with the heads up that we received, so we look forward to that continuing. I think they still had very good crowds. I was able to hear the music from my backyard on Saturday and Sunday as I was doing yard work, but I heard there was a pretty big crowd, but we didn't have the major traffic impacts, so I credit the staffs of the zoo, RB, and our police department working together to get word out and kind of anticipate these big events and limit the impact on our residents, so thank you to all involved with that. Okay, that ends the reports of special committees. So at this point, I'd entertain a motion to pass the omnibus agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to pass it was made by Trustee Kaluzny, second by Trustee Cote. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, that passes. And there was many important items on there, but for those you regularly attending, our second meeting in May falls on Memorial Day. One of the ordinances in the omnibus agenda was to move that to the next day, Tuesday, May 27th. So don't come here on Memorial Day. We won't be here. We'll be here the next day. So, okay, we'll move on now to the items under regular business. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution for consulting services by KPGS Consulting LLC for the Brookfield shops.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Cote, second by Trustee Narimatsu. This was talked about at the previous committee of the whole meeting. Staff had recommended bringing on these consultants, being the first year of the shops project, their experience in Berwyn, and their kind of very special expertise in helping these types of projects move forward, and we think it'll give a great jump start to the program. So, any other questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. The next item, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution to award a contract to J. Nardulli Concrete Incorporated for the 2025 street improvement project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Trustee Kaluzny, second by Trustee Narimatsu. This is for the 2025 street improvement project. J. Nardulli has done extensive work in the village over the past many years, decade. They were the low bid at $529,703.50, which was lower than the engineer's estimate. So we want to get this going. So once again, I think going out to bid early and having everything done helped us get a good bid. So any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, and the last item, then I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution authorizing a license agreement between Brookfield Shops at Progress Park and the vendors for 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Sorry, I missed that. Trustee Kaluzny?
Gilhooley, second.
Yes, Trustee Kaluzny made the motion, Trustee Gilhooley seconded. This is again related to the Brookfield Shops at Progress Park. We said there's a lot happening here. These are licensing agreements with the vendors who were selected previously. Exciting. Libby, do you want to, before we vote on this, do you want to just give a quick update as to all the things that have been happening and are going to be happening in the next, we were talking before the meeting and it's a whirlwind, so.
In reference to the shops? or-
Shops, yes.
Sure. So it's a whirlwind right now. We just finished the insulation, the drywall, and the primering. We're having a floor installation party on Wednesday afternoon from 2 to 5. Staff's going to be there, and so are the vendors with their family and friends and anyone who knows how to install a floor. So that'll be a click and lock. Everyone's invited. Bring knee pads. We are getting our signage done, so we've confirmed the signage. KGPS has done that, so we're going to have different signage that's going to be installed in the next week and a half. We're finishing the conduits right now for the electricity, so you'll see there's some digging that's going on right there. So electricity will be up. We'll have the air conditioners going. air conditioning and heating. That's going to be installed next week. And we're working on having the platforms done for the accessibility for the shop. So a lot of stuff's happening. The goal is to get keys to the vendors on the 21st. So they're going to have another workshop this week and next week. And then they're going to be getting keys so they can start doing their build out and their decorations. And then Sustainability Commission is working on beautifying everything and making it look really pretty with flowers. So a lot is happening.
Right.
Soft opening, we're going to be sending out save the dates for May 30th, and that's in conjunction with the Chamber of Commerce. So it's going to be open to all the Chamber of Commerce and sponsors for that day. And then the grand opening is June 6th. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be sending that out shortly.
I did have one quick question, Libby. In the attachment, it has May 1st through December 2025, and then the license, do they each get to pick kind of what their end date is?
Oh, no, it should be, the license is just through the end of December.
So December 31st?
Correct,
Okay.
yeah. It starts officially May 1st and then all the way through December.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Thank you, Libby. Any questions or comments regarding the licensing agreement resolution?
No.
Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. That ends the items we have for board action. Tim, do you have anything in the manager's report?
I do. You're so efficient. I was trying to raise my hand, but you guys are such an efficient board.
Sorry.
I have very good news on the street improvement project. The board just awarded a contract to Nardulli Concrete, and we were just informed that the way we have it written up in the board action was accurate as of Thursday when the packet went out. Under our plan, the total cost is $529,000, $200,000 of which was going to be paid for through a CDBG grant. I was just informed this afternoon by Hancock Engineering that they were successful in working with the county to get an additional $200,000. So Cook County, I want to make sure that if they're watching at home, and I'm sure they are, to thank them that they are now funding our project to the tune of $400,000, leaving only leaving $129,000 for the village to cover.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Just found that out a couple hours ago.
Awesome.
That's great news.
It is good news.
I like those kind of reports. Thank you.
Yeah. Second of all, I want to introduce Lauren Moore is our Public Works Director. Maybe she's the one that got the extra $200,000. Maybe. Lauren she's not new anymore. She's already completed 3 weeks, so I consider that a grizzled veteran of the Brookfield Public Works Department. But she is here, and she's fully versed on all of the capital projects that this board is continuing to award. And we look forward to Lauren as she guides us through those projects, working with Hancock Engineering. And we look forward to a long, illustrative career with Lauren.
Welcome, Lauren. We had to make it exciting for your first couple of weeks. We've had a few water main breaks and porta potty issues and things. And the fact that you're still here, we're really glad to hear that.
Yep.
Welcome. We look forward to working with you going forward.
And Lauren, pay attention to this part as well, okay? You may want to take notes. Starting next week, we are starting the Grand Boulevard Road Streetscape Improvement Project. And if you've seen the message board sign that's already up on Grand, we've done a lot of social media postings as well. We've hosted a property owners meeting in here, which was actually very well attended last week. I think 35 individuals showed up to understand the project. It's going to be very disruptive. The roadway will be, northbound Grand will be closed for several weeks. 4 months. That is several weeks.
Yeah, for the entire.
That is a lot of weeks. Southbound will continue to be open. Parking spaces will intermittently be available, open, or in some areas will be closed depending on the type of work that's being done. The roadway is going to be redone. The sidewalk will be redone. New street lights will be put in, new parkway trees, and parkway improvements with brick paver walks and so forth to make it beautiful. We're also going to be putting a ornamental seat wall up in front of Brookfield Breakfast that'll highlight the fact that you are entering the village of Brookfield. It's downtown. For those that want to keep track of what's going on, the best place to stay up to date on this project as well as all the other projects that Lauren has promised to finish on a timely basis. To go on the village website, you can sign up for weekly e-newsletters. There is a button at the bottom of the web page when you're on the home page at the bottom of the screen. You just have to click on it, and you can sign up for weekly e-newsletters. You will then automatically get our weekly updates. Otherwise, we will be putting things on the website, doing press releases and so forth, advertising to the public the projects, because it will be a busy summer, but I am sure, a successful one as we continue to improve the village.
It's going to be definitely worth it, and, I mean, the pre-communication, the things we've done already. I just ask, I mean, the board was advised of the options, and, it's going to be closed for 4 months. We could have maybe gotten it down to 2 months if we closed the entire street down, but we knew businesses couldn't survive that. So the businesses will be open, so I'm asking everyone to make an extra effort. The businesses will be open, you'll be able to get up and down the street, whether foot traffic or parking nearby and walking. Let's go out of our way to patronize the businesses on Grand Boulevard and Prairie, and just keep going there and supporting them as they get through this. And then when it's done, we'll have a really big party and maybe a concert in the street and do all that all at once. But let's keep them going by patronizing them, going out of your way to make it happen during those months of construction.
As we've already talked about, the Concerts on Grand series is postponed until August. And a quick little announcement, American English is going to be the band that we're going to have that first time in August, at the end of August. They're very well-known, very popular Beatles cover band, and they have a very large following in and around the Chicagoland area, so we figure we're going to go big and unveil the streetscape improvements for the public with a very good band. So stay tuned for that.
Very good. Anything else, Tim? Thank you very much. That ends the items we have on the village board agenda. So at 7:02, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by trustee Cote, second by trustee Gilhooley. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Narimatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, we're